you so-called blacks and you so-called Hispanics. God said that we are cursed as a people. We are cursed for not keeping God's commandments. You understand that? We are cursed from turning our face away from what the Bible said. So slavery is identified in the Bible. Our history is identified in the scriptures, mama. You understand that, brother? Your history is in the Bible. And that's imperative for you to understand. We've been celebrating Thanksgiving for hundreds of years, and what has it done for us? What has Christmas done for us? What has Christianity done for us as a people? We celebrate it now in the representation of family, but remember, millions of people were being slaughtered and killed at that time. Now it's been changed to the concept of family. But understand, the Bible tells us to beware of that. Teach the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, hey sister, that you are an Israelite according to the Bible. You understand that?
That's right.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. Because today, hey brother, how you doing? Today the so-called Negro must understand that he's an Israelite according to the Bible. Stay with me. Give me a few minutes. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. Hey, stick with me. Stick with me. A few minutes. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Come here, brother. Come here. Hey, I want to show you something on the side. God is talking to the Israelites. He said if we didn't hearken unto what God said. Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. Remember that. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So understand this, you so-called blacks and you so-called Hispanics. God said that we are cursed as a people. We are cursed for not keeping God's commandments. You understand that? We are cursed from turning our face away from what the Bible said. Hey sister, how you doing? How you doing? Do you see yourself on this sign, brother? A few minutes. Check me out, a few minutes. You see yourself on this sign right here? You see yourself? Okay, where you see yourself at? Judah, the tribe of Judah, all praises. So what you see on that sign is the 12 tribes of Israel. Have you ever heard that before? Okay, so tell me what you know. What do you know about? You heard about it. So understand that God called you from the tribe of Judah. Where you say you see yourself at, brother? Judah, the tribe of Judah. God has a special calling for the so-called American blacks. God has a special calling for the Judites, according to the Bible. You understand that? Give me Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. Because what you got to understand is that God called us and he put us above every other people on the face of the earth.
That's right.
Understand we're much bigger than what's going on up and down these streets. We're much bigger than what's going on Canal Street. You understand that? We're much bigger than football games, than Southern versus Grambling. We're much bigger than that. Understand that? I'm going to show you out the Bible. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
So God is talking to these people right here on this sign. He said, thou, you so-called blacks, you so-called African Americans, you are an holy people unto God. What does holy mean? You say what? You don't know what holy means. Just think, sister, what does holy mean? You say what? Being, you say what? In faith. Okay, keep reading it again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
He said, you're an holy people unto God. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
So he said he chosen thee to be a special people. Now tell me what special means. Unique. What you got, brother? Special. Unique. Okay. So God said we're holy and we're special. You understand that? Read.
A special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So that's what you got to read it one more time for the brother, because hey, this is important news for the Negro here in America. God put us above every other race on the face of the earth, and you have to accept that for your salvation. You understand that? Read.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Hey, my sisters, my brothers, hey, what we're showing our people is that the 12 tribes tribes of Israel, brother, are above every other people on the face of the earth. And in these last days, God is resurrecting his people. God is calling you right now to come back to keep his commandments. You understand that? God is calling you right now to come back to who we once were. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15 again, verse 16. Because I want to show you how you are these people in the Bible. You understand that? That's your nationality. That's your true heritage. You understand that? What would you identify yourself as? You said American black, right? All right, show me. I'm going to read something for you. You tell me how this relates to our people today. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16.
How you doing, man? I'll praise you.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So the Bible said, cursed shalt the Negroes be in the city. Cursed shalt the Hispanics be in the city. The 12 tribes of Israel, remember that. God put curses upon us for breaking his Sabbath day. For women dressing immodestly. For sleeping from woman to woman, or women sleeping from man to man. You understand it? All those things are outside of the laws of God. God cursed us for not keeping his commandments, which he gave us aforetime, a long time ago. And so today, the Bible says we'll be cursed in the city. You understand that? Read it again.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said, cursed shalt thou be in the city. Where you from? You from Savannah? You from Savannah too? Where you from? Pensacola. Where you from, sisters?
Bottom of the book, New Orleans.
New Orleans. Both of you from New Orleans. So the Bible, check this out. The Bible is identifying some things. It says, cursed shall the Israelites be, who we are, in the city. What do you think it means when it says cursed in the city? Think about it. Cursed in the city. You've been very you've been with me. What you think? Exactly. She said poverty, middle class. What else? What's some other things? Drugs, single parent households, right? So but the Bible said, "Cursed shalt thou be." What you think that mean, man? You look like you got some season to you. The Bible said, "Cursed shall our people be in the city." Think about it. When in New Orleans, I'm from Oklahoma. So no matter where you go throughout the four corners of the earth, throughout the United States, if you want to find Negroes, if you want to find people that look like me and you, where do you have to go? In the ghetto. That's right. Understand it. So what you gotta do, what we have to start doing is understand it's not a coincidence. God cursed us. He put us in the ghettos. He gave us. Now we're plagued with single-parent households, abortions, AIDS, STDs, all these things that plagues our communities. God put them upon us for not keeping his commandments. So now we're cursed in the city. That's why New Orleans looks the way it does. That's why Chicago looks the way it does. You understand that? That's no coincidence. You understand? God is calling us back to his commandments. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
So what I'm going to show some more is how the curses identified in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, identify with the 12 tribes of Israel, our forefathers. You understand what I'm saying? This is your heritage. This is who we are as a people. You with me, ma'am? You with me? All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Read this.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. In hunger. Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So again, Moses is talking to who at this time? Anybody familiar with the Bible at all? Anybody familiar with the scriptures? So Moses is talking to the Israelites at this point in time. This is in the book of Deuteronomy. It says, therefore shalt thou what?
Serve thine enemies.
So the Bible said you so-called Negroes would serve your enemies for not keeping God's commandments, for turning your face away from the Lord's Sabbath, which is today. You understand that? That today is the Lord's Sabbath day, sister. Not Sunday, today. We should be buying, selling, working, or cooking. You understand that? Read it again. Read from the top.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord
sent the enemy against us. I'm going to keep reading. Read.
Shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
The Bible said the Lord will send our enemies against us in hunger and in thirst. So when let's say when you want to go buy food, or you want to, let's say if you wanted to plant some vegetables, you wanted to plant a vegetable garden, where do we have to get our food from?
Bring it out.
Sister. The store. Now, I'm going to take it a step further. Who owns the majority of stores in America? White people. So God said he would send our enemies, that's a key point, our enemies against us, read,
In hunger.
So for food, so now you got to go to all up and down these streets searching for food. Look, think about it. Most nations, most powers in the world, they have their own agricultural system. But if we wanted to just go, you know, can we just decided to go plant, or we wanted to go start a garden or start a network of crops, we couldn't do that. We don't have any ability to just go start planting corn. We don't have that ability. We don't own any mass production of crops. So God said he would send them against us in hunger, read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst, meaning anything we needed to drink. Same as the food. Anything we got to, anytime we want water. Rain falls free from the sky, but if we decided to take that water, we'll be in trouble for that, right? We can't just collect water falling from the sky. You understand what I'm saying? So he says in hunger and in thirst, read.
And in nakedness and in want of all things.
He said in nakedness. Now the clothes on our backs. God said the enemy would be sent upon us in hunger, thirst, and in nakedness. Now the clothes on your backs, do your people make those clothes?
Bring it out.
No, we don't. Thank you. Straight to the point. We may have a few little pop-up shops. Yeah, maybe, we may have a few little shirt companies. But as a nation, we don't produce clothes. Most of our clothes say made in where? China, Thailand. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So he said that same enemy shall put a yoke of iron upon our necks. So now we're going to identify some key points in history. He said the Lord will send our enemy against us, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon our necks. When did this happen? When were your grandfathers, when were our people, when do we have yokes of iron on our necks? Slavery. We all agree with that, right? So slavery is identified in the Bible. Right. Our history is identified in the scriptures, mama. Right. You understand that, brother? Your history is in the Bible, and that's imperative for you to understand. Read it again. Yokes of iron upon thy neck.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So what you see right here, yokes of iron, chattel slavery, 1619, the Jim Crow laws. You remember, we understand all the things our people went to here in America. That's in the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Because I'm going to show you, without a shadow of a doubt, that this is your true nationality. Right. So you got to come out of Canal Street. You got to come out of Savannah, Georgia. You got to come out of, where you say you was from, sister? Pensacola, Florida. You got to come out of that and come back to God's law. You got to leave the ways of the world alone. God is calling us in these last days. Understand? Read verse 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
So I'm going to identify again some key points in history. How y'all doing, brothers? Some key points in history for us to identify who those people are in the Bible. Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Hey, so the Bible said the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. The same way the Lord sent our enemies upon us. Hey, I'm asking you a question. See if y'all follow me. So why did the Lord send our enemies on us?
Wake them up.
Why did he send it on? Read 68 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Bring it out.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So he says the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. So he said, so I'm going to backtrack. Remember, we've been talking about a key point. We've been talking about what? The curses, remember that? So the curses happen to us, why? Disobedient. The curses happen to us for being disobedient to what the Bible said, to what God's laws, statutes, and commandments said. So God sent those things upon us. Read. Verse 68 again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So God said he's going to send us into Egypt again the second time. So remember, we already came out of, the Israelites came out of Egypt the first time already. So he said, again, you're going to go into Egypt, meaning bondage, meaning slavery. Give me that in Exodus. I just want to kind of help them keep on. Exodus 20.
Bring it out.
So the Bible said, the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. Egypt is a key word. Read.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
Bring it out.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Hey, sister, was you listening? My sister. What did the Bible just say? It's important. That's why I'm saying it like this. What did the Bible just say? We just read it. Read it again.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
What did he call Egypt? The house of bondage, slavery, captivity. He called Egypt the house of bondage. Back to verse 68, Deuteronomy 28. Hey, little bro, check this out. Come here, come close. Understand your history is in the Bible. Verse 68, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So the Bible said the Lord shall bring the 12 tribes of Israel into bondage, into slavery again. Again, read.
With ships.
Read it again.
With ships.
One more time.
With ships.
God said he will bring us into bondage. This second time, though, you're going to go on slave ships. You read? You feel what I'm saying? You laugh. So tell me that. What people did that happen to?
Wake them up.
Who went into slavery or bondage on slave ships, on ships? African Americans. Agree with me. That's our history. Understand that. Your history is much bigger than the civil rights movement. You understand what I'm saying? Our history is much bigger than that.
Or the Bayou Classic.
Or the Bayou Classic. Understand that? Because, good point. A lot of our people hold these things, sports, basketball, rivalry games, we hold that stuff to a high esteem here in America. But understand, those things were put upon us to distract us from the word of God. You understand that? For example, you kicking it right now. You excited? Georgia Southern versus Grambling, we about to kick it. But guess what? Today is the Lord's Sabbath day. There you go. And you didn't even think about it because you're so caught in the football game. But guess what, sister? Jesus Christ is coming back to judge the earth. You understand that? And he's coming back to save the Israelites that are keeping his commandments.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity.